Spoofing means forgery. In this video, I'll demonstrate how to forge packets or how to spoof packets using tools available in Kali Linux. There are plenty of tools out there for different platforms, including Windows, where you can create your own packets completely, entirely, including the payload and all header fields, and then send it out on the network, whether it's a wired or a wireless network. So here in Kali Linux, I've created a file called fakepayload.txt, and I've catted it here using the cat command so we can see what's in it. It simply says, this is fake data used in a spoofed packet. What we're going to do here is we're going to use the hping3 command to forge or create a fake TCP packet. So I'm going to type hping3, that's the command. What I want to do is send this to a target at 192.168.1.1. So I'm going to be placing a packet or packets out on the network. That's where they're going. That's the destination. Now I'm going to use --spoof. And I want it to look like it's coming from a host at 4.5.6.7. So I'm forging that, or really I'm spoofing that. The next thing I want to do is give it a TTL, let's say, of 31. The TTL value in the IP header field is decremented each time a packet goes through a router. And so different operating systems start off with different TTL values like 127 or 255, 128, and so on. So this is going to indicate then that the packet appears to not have originated on the local subnet, even though it actually has. I'm going to give it the --base port of 44444. In other words, this is a higher level source port, for example, from a client, and the --dest port, destination port, let's say is port 80. So it looks like it's going to port 80, and this is a transmission from a client, so it's a higher level port number. And finally, I'll use --E, and I'll tell it I want to use my fake payload.txt file, and I'll just make sure that I put in -D150 to make sure I'm telling it a size that can accommodate what's in my fake payload. Now, before I press enter, I'm going to start a Wireshark packet capturing session. Like Kali Linux, Wireshark is another free tool that you can download and use. So here in Wireshark, I'll click the leftmost icon to begin a packet capture. I'm going to select the appropriate network interface here where I've got traffic on my machine, and I'll click Start. And at this point, it's capturing network traffic. I've already got a filter here where the IP destination equals 192.168.1.1. Notice nothing is listed because we haven't yet injected our fake packet. All right, so now that we're capturing network traffic, let's go ahead and send out our fake traffic. So I'm going to press enter back here. Even though I've got a message saying operation not supported, can't disable memory paging, it's all good. It is continuously transmitting those forged packets. Now, if we switch over to Wireshark, we're going to see just that. Notice here in Wireshark, we have what appears to be traffic coming from 4.5.6.7 destined for 192.168.1.1, and it keeps going. Let's stop the capture with the fourth icon from the left, and let's just click on one of these. So if we were to examine the Ethernet header, well, we've just got some MAC address information, and we certainly could have spoofed the MAC address, although we didn't in our case. Here in the IP header, notice that we've got interesting things like the TTL, the time to live, is actually set to a value of 31. And the source and destination IP addresses are as per what we instructed. And if we go a little bit deeper, you can see down here in the text portion of the payload, it says this is fake data used in a spoofed packet. So clearly, the message here is that it's very easy to craft or create forged traffic and put it out on a network. Now, there are many intrusion detection and prevention systems, and even if you're just generally periodically capturing network traffic, you need to take it with a grain of salt. Just because you see a specific piece of traffic on the network, it doesn't mean it actually is legitimate and originated from where it appears to have originated. In this video, we learned how to forge packets using Kali Linux.